Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. We're going to check in with what's happening in the city of Santa Ana. Jose Solorio is here. He is a city councilman who was a city councilman years ago, who was an assemblyman recently, and now back in town. Welcome.
No, thank you for having me back.
What made you decide to run and win a seat again on the Santa Ana City Council?
Sure. Well, I went to Sacramento to do the people's business there, and I was very warmly received back in Santa Ana. And the reason why I was wanting to run is that, I still live there. We have a family, 2 boys, and I really saw that we were at a crossroads. We saw, some improvement in schools, but not as much as we need. So education is really important for me and my wife, and obviously for my children. And then crime was starting to, creep up, and I wasn't seeing that the city was doing enough about it. And if we don't have, a strong education system and good public safety in our community in Santa Ana, we have some issues. So I had some folks saying, hey, you know what, there's this open seat. Why don't you think about it and, get Santa Ana back on track?
So let's talk about crime for a minute. Why do you think crime rates are up in Santa Ana as they are in other big Orange County cities, Anaheim, Fullerton?
I think we've been enjoying just historic lows of crime, and, with some changes in the economy, with some changes with the realignment of the prison system and of certain crimes, we just are starting to see, a creep up, and it's important that when we see, crime go up, that we attack it. And, we've seen really countywide and throughout the state, crime go up, but in Santa Ana, just because of the population, the density, the reputation issues, you really got to get, right on it and bring it back down.
Oh, what would you like to see change?
Well, the economy is improving, and we've restored a lot of services in Santa Ana, but we still have a gang unit that's about half of what it used to be. We aren't doing as much in terms of community-oriented policing. Our neighborhood patrol cops are down. We got to, bring those numbers back up, and then we also got to work on the prevention side. And one way to do that is by working with our school district as well.
So you're straddling the worlds between the city and the state government. I mean, the realignment, a lot of people say, had a real effect on the crime. Will you be rallying to make any changes there, or just step up enforcement in hopes of decreasing crime?
Yeah, I think just as changes occur, folks have to adjust. So, there was a lot of responsibility shifted to the counties and the cities, and I think even though the cities and counties knew that change was coming, they really hadn't adopted their budgets to make the appropriate changes. And there are opportunities to, like, many of the assembly members, now county members like Todd Spitzer is interested in things like reenter services. And we got to, look to see how we can accommodate these changes at the, state and county level to, make Santa Ana safer.
Okay. You were talking about education on the state level. What do you want to do on the city level to better education locally?
So, on the education front, even though that's not a core city responsibility, one of the things I care most about in Santa Ana is the education of their children. And as I mentioned, I have children myself, and so I saw that we need to do more in terms of after-school programs. That's something that we can partner with the school district on. Also, there's a lot of grants, and that's one of the advantages of my state experience. I know where the grants are and where they will be, and so I think we could partner with the school district and bring in more grants. We need to do at some point another school construction bond, and then I want to have a more robust summer jobs program to keep youth busy over the summer, and then a year-long internship program for high school teens and young adults that want to get into the workforce.
An internship program with your office, or just in general in the city?
Citywide, I've been pumped up. I've seen that you have cities, like Chicago, much larger, but they have, for example, a summer jobs program for 10,000 youth. There are many cities that have year-long internship programs, and not just in my office, but that we would partner with the business community, with the nonprofit community, so that we can, have large groups of youth year-round high school students and college students learn about a profession that would fit for them.
It really is that hands-on experience that puts you in the right place at the right time to actually get a job. So that's a helpful way to go. So
yeah, when someone's preparing for an interview, it helps that you have a little bit of work experience under you, so it's a good thing.
That's right. Santa Ana is becoming well known for its artists and its restaurants. Tell us about what's happening in your downtown area that is adding to the vibrancy and the attraction of the city of Santa Ana.
No, our downtown definitely is a magnet for tourism and business activity. It's nice that some of the things we started when I was on the city council years ago are now fully alive. The Artist Village is something that's big, especially the first Saturday of the month. We have thousands of people that flock to see the artists, to eat, etc. We have exciting new restaurants like the Playground, the 4th Street Market. You have a farmer's market, that is there on a regular basis. So it's exciting, it's happening, businesses are doing well.
So where would you tell people to go in Santa Ana? Where's the area to experience this new revival of the artists?
I think if you just come to 2nd and Broadway, which is kind of the heart of the Artist Village, there you'll see Cal State Fullerton and an art facility they have. They'll see the Santora building with a lot of the great artists there, and lovely restaurants, including still some of my favorites like the Gypsy Den, which is great. But again, we have other exciting new restaurants like Chapter 1, the Playground, 4th Street Market, a new place that I really enjoy called Goo Ramen, which is nice ramen noodles, and that's at 3rd and Main Street, and that's a fantastic place.
So what are some of the other things you would like to work on in the next term as you serve on City Council?
The other opportunity we have in Santa Ana, because of the point we are in our economy and we're geographically centered, people want to live there. And I think there was a time where city leaders felt like, we have enough housing, other cities need to pick up the slack. But now, the county is essentially built out. People still want to come live in Santa Ana. We also need more affordability in housing prices. So, it's simple supply and demand. So I think we now have a city council that wants to add housing, market rates, as well as affordable housing, and we're taking some action on that already.
Orange County, LA, we're kind of a sprawl. Do you see the city poised to develop vertically and have more high-rise and higher density in the city?
Yeah, and I think it needs to be, a smart, density. So we want to build it around our train station, for example. We're working on a streetcar project that would go from our train center into the downtown, and ultimately that would connect with other cities up north. So that's exciting. But some density, but also with some amenities for folks, so they can have places to work out, exercise, live, work. Maybe apartments upstairs, retail downstairs, and we have an exciting project like that in the works. For example, near the Tustin District, there on Red Hill in Dyer, the Heritage Village. That's going to be an awesome place with over 1,200 units. And then we're also working on affordable housing projects as well on First Street near the zoo. So we're taking some blighted hotel and other areas and going to have some nice affordable housing projects there.
Yeah, so some development toward the new, and also a renewed appreciation for some of the vintage houses that you see in the
no, absolutely. When we address some blight, the rest of the city looks great, including our historic as well. So you're absolutely right.
All right, Jose Solorio, welcome back to the Santa Ana City Council. Nice to have you here, and we appreciate you being here as well. I'm Leslie Leyton.